Hello again, wargamers. VallumDominatio. Sorry it took me so long to make a new video. Life's been kind of weird, especially with all these holidays. Anyway, we have Marcus Faustus over here.
What's up?
AKA Twitchy. No offense. Well, that's his gamertag, Twitchy A982, right?
Yep.
We'll post it in the description.
Okay.
Anyway, so what do you got for us today, Mark? You're the first of our new Warhammer 40,000 Army showcases.
Yeah, I got quite a bit of Necron stuff here.
Oh my God! Look at this.
It's just about 9,000 points right now. I'm shooting for 10,000. So I got probably another like 40 or 50 warriors unbuilt that I got to make. So I got 120 of them right here. There's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 120 warriors.
So I'm assuming they're all grouped in squad of 20?
Yep, yeah.
And how many lords do we have in here?
I got 5 of them actually. I got 5 of the Necron lords and 1 overlord.
Yeah, they're all scattered around here. And there's then we have the
the Catacomb command bars right here with the Necron overlord. I decided to give him at the bottom a Gauss cannon. You can either give him they have a weapon mounted on the bottom of the Catacomb command bars. I gave him the Gauss cannon for the anti-vehicle killing. So it's still pretty good. It's still strength 5 AP3 and 2 shots. So, so we got him over here as an HQ. I have my 2 Triarch Stalkers right here.
Oh, I gotta get a good shot. This is a good shot right here.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. They're probably some of my favorite Necron models, the look of them. I wish they had better stuff in close combat, but they're still pretty sweet.
And in the center is a beautifully painted Ascendant Ketan. I mean, this was painted by Mark himself. This is beautiful. So tell us how you painted this. Here, I'll just hold it up for you for the viewers to see.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I mean, I started off with permanent white. I did a bloodletter, like a red glaze over the whole thing. Went back over with Currenborough Crimson wash or shade on the middle part of the body. Left the edges kind of lighter. Did a little bit of dry brushing with some red on there, a little bit more wash. I did the gold on there. I took put brown on the area first. I think it was whatever the new bestial brown is. Put that on there. Did the darker gold, then the lighter gold, and did a wash and did the lighter gold again. So kind of layered up. Well,
yeah, it turned out beautiful, especially where the edge of the tendrils with energy, where that is lighter than it is the rest of the model.
Yeah, it turned out pretty cool. Yeah. We got a lot of scarabs over here. I think
this is awesome.
I think the last count was like 50 or 60 of them, and I still have some more I can make. And I have 2 tomb spiders, one of the new ones, and one of the old ones over there, the old metal one.
I'm sorry, one of the classics.
The classic ones.
The classics, because you know they're 3 editions apart.
Yeah. Then we got over here Sentry Pylon by Forge World. So that one's pretty cool. I got 2 of those. I got one there.
The other one's right there. It's
so beautiful. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're definitely good for anti-air. I mean, the stats are great. They have Skyfire and they have an Interceptor, so you can shoot flyers down really easy, fly monsters, creatures, that sort of thing. Got a lot of destroyers over here. Got 15 of them. So I actually have 2 more sitting when I got to build. So I love destroyers though. I loved them in the old book. I love them in this book. They're still pretty cool. Not as good as they used to, but still fun. I got the Night Sights over here. The crescent rolls, if you will.
There's even the croissants. The croissants.
But, yeah, they're cool. I like them. They're the true transpo ones. The guns are just amazing on them. It's probably the best part of the model is those guns. Those Tesla weapons, man, they're pretty nasty.
And I can attest to its special abilities. I got owned by like squadrons of 20 of them once. Anyway, let's go back to the.
Yeah, we got the Doomsday Arcs over there. I got 3 of them. They're definitely some crazy major firepower there. So they're I like the stats. The quantum shielding is really nice. So I still gotta finish painting them, but they definitely look cool. They got that rib effect kind of going on the side. So then we got 1 pylon there. That's the first Forge World model I ever did actually. That's a pylon from my old army. It has a little bit different paint scheme, and I have my new one down here in this corner. So this is the one with the red theme going for it. If you notice, all my guys have a red type energy theme with them. All the warriors have the red rods, and the ones that I have completely done. Then on the hoses in there, I just did a white ceramite white paint. I just did a ceramite white paint on the radiator part right there on the hose. Then I just did a blow under glaze to give it that glow effect.
This light is doing nothing for the models detail, but that's all else we can do at this point. Anyway, let's go to your monolith phalanx over here.
Yeah, so I have 3 of the regular monoliths over here, and I have the obelisk I built. So, because when you buy the Tesseract Vault kit, the big Apocalypse kit, you can either build the Tesseract Vault with him inside, or if you build the obelisk, you can have him separate. So you get 2 models for the price of one, kind of. What I actually use this one for, I actually normally use it for the super monolith from the old Apocalypse rules I still use.
Yeah, in case your viewers are wondering, he's referring to the Doomsday monolith from the original Apocalypse book. Either that was from Reload.
Yeah, I think it was from the Reload one. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But the obelisk is cool too. It's really got super anti-flyer stuff.
And if you compare it to regular monolith, there's not all that different. It's just more detailed.
Yeah, and it's definitely a little bit bigger too. It's about the same, but it's a little bit more mass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it works for the super monolith. It looks bigger, a little more intimidating. And it turned out pretty cool. I still gotta go and finish up some of the blood leather glaze on there though. So yeah, it's a pretty big army.
Yeah, I mean, my goal is to see this entire army fielded in a humongous Apocalypse battle.
That would be cool. Yeah, I know. I still got quite a bit of paint. Well, it's about half painted. So I gotta finish up all the destroyers. I got these warriors. Got a few more scarabs to do. The biggest thing is I gotta get it based. So that's what I gotta figure out. I don't know how I'm gonna base it yet. Probably some kind of darker color so it contrasts the gold better. But the biggest thing, the hardest part about doing any of these miniatures is the red rods. If you've ever built a Necron warrior, you know the tip of their gun actually glues on separate. So even though you glue it on and it fits pretty much perfect, they're all a little bit different fitting. So the problem is all those red rods need to be cut by hand and then trimmed to fit.
So basically did all these warriors, all the red rods by hand.
Yeah.
He did it all by himself. This is an impressive work he did, Mark. I gotta tell you, viewers, this guy is. If you have questions about rules or modeling tips, ask this guy. He is probably one of the best modelers I've seen thus far.
Yeah, it's all about learning it. You know, I mean, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So I'm not that great with green stuff. I've done a little bit with it, but any kind of modeling. I mean, don't be afraid to. I hate this to cut up your models. Don't do it if you're first starting out. You can do simple things like maybe swapping weapons, that sort of customization. But you got to start small and take baby steps. Just the more you do this stuff, the better you'll get.
So Mark, why don't you give us some background about yourself?
I started 40K probably 8 years ago now.
At least.
At least 8 years ago, yeah. I started out actually with Blood Angels, so I'm back in the old. The 3rd edition codex, I think.
I believe it was 3rd we started.
Started with the 3rd edition codex. Then I think I went to what was it? I had a small army, maybe like 800 points somewhere around there, closer to 1,000. And then I think I started Necrons right after that. I had Dark Angels mixed in there, but I started Necrons after one of our other buddies started playing them. I really liked them. And I had very little bit starting out. That was with the old 3rd edition codex. Had the monoliths and stuff, and actually the sad part is this is the 3rd Necron army I've had. So the other 2 were sold. One was at a local auction at a local gaming store. I did pretty well at it, actually. I did really well. But I did have a pylon and like 5,000 points that I split up into 2 2,500 point armies. And I sold the 2 2,500 point armies and the pylon. I actually just about broke even. I actually a little bit more than I made a little bit of money on it, which is nice. But sold those. Then I've always kind of jumped around army to army trying to find the army that's like a perfect fit for me. Guard came really close. I did really like Guard when I had some of those. They just weren't elite enough for me though. Guardsmen just aren't, Marines. Let's face it, Then I got a 2nd Necron army. I had that for a while, and this is all before the new codex. This is pre-new codex coming out. Then I had that 2nd army. I had just about 5,000, 6,000, probably about 4,000 points. Then the new Codex came out. I got a couple things for it. You know, I wasn't really into it that much because I was really debating on selling them to go to another army. And then I wound up selling those with a few of the new models, not all of them. This is before the Triarch Stalker and the Night Size came out, so it was more Immortals and that sort of stuff. And I wound up selling that at Adepticon, was that like 2 years ago, I think? A little bit different scheme. I also had, I take a Rust-Oleum Gold Metallic Spray Paint to do as a base and a primer, and I found that Rust-Oleum works the best for it because it dries quick and it doesn't pool up. Some other gold paints are they get rid of the detail too much. So I originally did a Devlin Mud wash, and then a Ogren Flesh wash, and then a Devlin Mud to kind of dirty them up. But now I'm just doing basically an Ogren Flesh wash, which is now, I forget what it's called. It's Reichland Flesh Shade. Same thing, just GW redid their formula or whatever. Yeah, here's the ones I'm doing currently, the newer ones with the red detail and the red rods. And this is one of my older ones from about 2 years ago. The funny thing is, about 2 months ago, I think it was, when Adepticon happened, I was there, I was buying some Forge World stuff, and I was going through, they had the one vendor there, the one Adepticon Chicago, they had the one vendor that's just got like Tupperware boxes filled with, you know, these guys like Warriors and Necron Warriors, Space Marines, and all sorts of different armies, Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40k, a lot of secondhand stuff. And I was just going through the Necron stuff. Oh, maybe there's something I like, maybe something I can use. And I was going through and I found one. I'm like, wow, this looks like mine. Wait, this is my old one. Oh, that's cool. You know, they wanted like $2 for it. I was like, no, it's not a huge deal. A little bit of nostalgia. And I found another one. I'm like, you know, I don't know, maybe take $1 for each one. He's like, yeah, I'll give you $2 for them. I'm like, all right, cool. So I bought them for $2. So these are two of my original Necron Warriors I had about 2-3 years ago now. So they're definitely different. They're definitely darker. I did the brown in the joints, which I didn't do on here. I think it's okay with the lighter ones because you can see the detail more. With these dark ones, it kind of takes away from the detail. But they're pretty cool. You see, they got the green rods, not the red rods. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, they're pretty cool. So they're a little piece of the history. You know, I mean, I made these years ago. These were some like the first models I painted a little bit better, and so they're cool though. But yeah, it's really fun. And it's cool. But I've had this army like 3 times now, and I think the 3rd time I learned my lesson, I'm not going to sell it again, no matter what army comes up. Mm. But definitely a lot more work to do. The biggest problem is I have to get more of those red rods. So what I found out was the ones I put in the Warriors are a little bit bigger than the standard size ones, the standard green ones, which look cool. They fit okay in there, they look cool. The problem is fitting them in the monoliths or fitting them in the destroyers does not work because they need that specific size to fit in there. I went and I ordered some more of them. It might be about another week to 2 weeks, unfortunately. But when I get them, I'll be able to try it out and see if they fit better. So, because they got all different sizes of the plastic or the acrylic rod. So it's by Plastruct, if you're wondering. The Plastruct company that make styrene sheets. You know, they make even like I-beams or even for scratch building buildings. They have a lot of cool different plastic styrene sheet material. So, but they're not that hard to find. There's a couple hobby shops that have them. They tend to want to do a big order with them. So unfortunately, if you're ordering it, or even if you want to get it, if you need it and you know it's there, pick it up while you can. Because when a lot of smaller hobby shops do orders, they actually do large orders. So you might have to wait a while for them to get enough to fulfill an order. So that's it.
Alright, Wargamers, well, that was Mark's awesome Necron Army, and you'll be seeing a lot more of it in future battle reports because I gotta tell you, this guy's awesome.
I know.
Yeah, well, anyway, Wargamers, you take care, and I will see you later. This is how he acts on a normal day. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess that warp gate in your butt, it seems to really doesn't...
You're getting started, man.
Oh, okay, I can tell you stories.
For later.
Alright, sounds good.